Hello there, fellow Aquarians. Have you ever met someone and thought, wow, what a buffoon? I know I have. And then he became my best friend. First impressions are usually wrong. Sometimes we think we'll vibe with someone, and when we get to know them, we run. Has anyone ever told you, you must be a Sagittarius, even though you're a Taurus? Last week was the 26th time with me. But you see, during our birth, there's another star sign emerging in the horizon. That's called, surprise surprise, the rising star. Kind of like the sun every morning, but different. For the non-astrology savvy people, here's what I'm talking about. The day you're born determines your star sign. Yet the time you're born determines your rising star or ascendant. Those are the same thing. The rising star is your social mask. Think of how you act when you're around new people. You adapted these traits from your rising zodiac sign, and they are responsible for the image you put out to the world. If you would like to know your rising star, there are tests you can do online where you must fill in your date and time of birth. Hey, let me know your star sign and rising star down in the comments. Meanwhile, let's begin with the following rising stars. Aries. When you walk into a room, the first thing that pops inside people's heads is, "Whoa, what a strong fella." Hey, calm down. It's not because you're lifting weights. You convey a positive image, so much that it seems like everything is under your control. Some people might find you a bit intimidating at first, but who wouldn't feel that way in front of a strong leader, am I right? As time passes and people get to know you, they realize what's hiding underneath. You're a hard worker. You could be a messy Pisces or a shy Scorpio, but when you walk into a room, people think, is that the new employee or our boss? Taurus. You march into a room and you make heads turn. You grab people's attentions like a magnet, but you love it. Come on, admit it. Most commonly, people having the Taurus star sign or ascendant are considered very attractive, therefore successful too. When you talk to someone, this is what's going through their heads. I could stare at her for hours. She's the whole package, isn't she? She's looking at me weird. Great, now she thinks I'm creepy. When you strike a conversation with someone, your strong opinions make you appear stubborn. But when they meet you on a deeper level, they realize that you are more open than you let on. Gemini. Okay, you little troublemakers, I know you mean well, but when people see you for the first time, they become mesmerized by your mischievous smile. Are you plotting something, or is that the way you smile? Some others feel uneasy until you start talking. There, they see your knowledge, and the light small talk turns into a deep conversation. You also have the gift of making people feel comfortable from the start. Yup, even when you can't keep your sarcasm out of the equation. Cancer. My little caregivers, do you know what else is given out right away? Your compassion. You have a very calming look naturally. So when someone meets you for the first time, they think of you as the mom of the group. Even if you are a logical Virgo or Capricorn, your emotional side will take over. So there isn't a ton of mystery there until someone gets to know you deeper. You tend to get moody and distant at times. You drift off in your world, wondering all sorts of things. But that's rare. Other people need you, superhuman. Leo. The first impression you give off is very positive. You know exactly how to act and what to say to people. So everyone who meets you thinks of you as a very charismatic person. Here's the thing though, deep down you are working on it. You aren't completely as achieved as you show. You also appear very trustworthy, and people think of you as a great leader. Getting to know you is also easy. Your friends discover how passionate you are, and you become an inspiration. Sometimes your dramatic side appears. But don't sweat it, everyone loves a bit of drama sometimes. Virgo. Is that organized enough, folks, or do I need to redo it? I know your passion for order. When people see you, you give off a charming vibe, so much that others are eager to have a conversation with you. Once they get to know you, they discover that you are a problem solver. Yup, you can prevent any disagreement. As an orderly person, You dislike emotional chaos as much as the real thing, so you avoid it altogether. That becomes a problem when people take advantage of that, and they go above and beyond to get a reaction out of you. Stick to it. You're doing great. Libra. When you enter a room, you walk like you own it. When you enter an airplane, you walk like you're the pilot. When you walk into a forest, well, you get the idea. Everyone thinks of you as a great leader, but when they meet you, they discover you are the person to get things done without complaining. The problem is, you become so analytical, it's hard to get out of it, and that's something that happens in your personal life too. You like to analyze gestures, conversations, and reactions to understand where people stand. That sometimes leaves you with few friends, since you also appear unpredictable and eccentric. But you know, quality over quantity, right? Scorpio. You're on fire. That's the first thing people think when they see you. Now, you don't make heads turn like your Taurus and Leo friends, but you make people see you as the most attractive person in the room. You have a gift of gaining admiration. Maybe because you think everything over carefully, and your ideas become infectious. But that's not always the case. Some others think of you as a manipulator at first, then you get out of that category pretty fast when you share your ideas with them. Or maybe a Scorpio manipulated me into saying that. How would I ever know? One thing is for sure, you grab people's attention even when you don't want it. Sagittarius. What's up, my little individualists? I mean that as a compliment. You are admired for your openness and independence, and you give off that vibe right off the bat. The first thing that comes to mind when people see you is that you are outgoing and free. You'll go on trips on your own. You'll enjoy a quiet walk and a coffee all by yourself. If you were a movie character, you'd be Morpheus from The Matrix. But here's the thing, you choose who gets to know you and who doesn't. A few people become your friends and you end up becoming their personal advisor because of your honest opinions. You are a great companion in a difficult situation, so people prefer to be with you when disaster strikes. Capricorn. You walk into an office that you don't even work at, and everyone goes straight back to work. You are so focused in what you do that you communicate that vibe. If I could describe you with one word, it'd be determined. You appear strong-minded, maybe because you never let yourself off the hook. When your friends get to know you, they discover the fire burning inside you alongside your need for success. You're sort of a weirdo, because you appear serious until you unleash your dark humor. Then others don't know whether you're joking or if you're serious. Aquarius. Where are you, little rebels? Unfortunately, you don't give off the "I'm a revolutionary" vibe, but you're close enough. When someone meets you for the first time, they think one of a kind. Yup, the way you talk, act, and carry yourself makes others think that you'll give them an inspirational lecture on how you see the world. Sometimes you become the center of attention, and that makes your competitive Scorpio friends a bit jealous. But what can you do? You're eclectic like Neo from The Matrix. Pisces. If I could characterize you with one symbol, it'd be the question mark. You are the only zodiac sign that makes people think they need more info to draw a first impression. But that's a good thing. When others get to meet you, they find that you are troubled with ideas. I mean, you analyze things to the point that you become lost in your thoughts. You've got an excellent poker face. People can't really tell what you were thinking. Sometimes you can't either, but that's another story. You make friends with a few individuals since you're an excellent listener, so better do the same while I'm analyzing you here. Well, folks, first impressions are rarely correct. That also depends on the person you have in front of you. Some people are great judges of character and read you like an open book. Others, on the other hand, can't. So there. Alrighty, if you learned something new today, then give the video a like and share it with a friend. And here are some other cool videos I think you'll enjoy. Just click to the left or right, and remember, stay on the bright side of life.